Since the days of Ukku and Tara, the earth gods, who give it up for the tree huggers and the stone worshippers, Estonia has been a melting pot of cultures, ideas, and in the case of Simple Session, radical lines and tricks. This is Simple Session 2022, and today is finals days. We're going to kick off in just a couple of minutes with the skate finals, and then it is BMX finals. We've had over 100 athletes here this week from 30 different countries, and it's all coming down to today. Helping me pick through all of the skate action as it unfolds, it's one of London's finest mini ramp and street destroyers, transplanted out here to Estonia, Mark Brewster. Pleasure to have you here, Mark.
And a pleasure to have you too, Ed.
Now you've been to Simple Session a lot over the years. You've seen it evolve, you've seen it change, and you were here last year when it first arrived in Pojala. What do you make of this venue? What's the course like?
Well, I mean, it's a big difference to Saku Suurhall. Obviously, Saku Suurhall is massive, and now because everything's been scaled down to fit into the space that we've got, the ramps are a little bit smaller, making it, I think, a little bit fairer on the skateboarders. It's not so much BMX orientated, not so many 3-meter high quarter pipes. So I think it's really, really good. Nice mix of tech, street, rails, ledges, and transition.
Okay, well, we saw last year Ivan Montero took out the win. Alex da Cunha was in there in third place. Danny Leon in second. Those three names in themselves tell you everything you need to know, that you've got street wizards and transition maestros all taking out the same course.
Absolutely, it's a real mix, and I cannot wait to see what they've got in store for us today.
Okay, year after year, Simple Session draws in some of the biggest names in the game, but undoubtedly the star of the show, built by Nate Wessel for the last 16 years, is the course. And you've been perusing it for the last couple of days, haven't you? Just picking out your favourite 3 obstacles.
Yeah, I think I'll talk about 3 obstacles. The first one I'm going to talk about is the Doritos Volcano. It's a little bit smaller than some of the ramps in the past, but still at 1.5 meters high, it's in a very prominent part of the course and very hard to avoid it. It'd be very difficult to use the rounded side as it spits you out onto a very small flat bank on the side of the course. But I think a real measure of a good skater in this comp is being able to comfortably float over it, either just ollieing it, maybe throwing in a grab or even a flip. It's such a prominent feature that I think judges will notice if anyone actually avoids it. Second, the outbound rail. This is a long rail with a kink at one end and transition coping at the other, but it's that transition bit at the end that is completely mad. You've got to be going stupidly fast to have enough speed to grind up and out of it. Coming the other way, if you wanted to grind into it, it seems impossible, but you can never underestimate the creativity of skateboarders. They will always surprise you. The only person I've seen try it is Diego Fioresi, who I saw grinding it out of it in practice, and I think the judges will notice if anyone even touches it. And lastly, the Sportland rail. At about 14 meters long, it's big, yellow, and probably the most intimidating rail on the course. When I first wandered onto the street course, I thought no one is going to be touching that, but I couldn't have been more wrong. In practice, the tech Finn, Oni Saltevo, started easily 50-50ing the whole thing, adding a transfer in at the end, and as soon as he did it, everyone else was just throwing down. So it's definitely something the judges will score highly if used in new and creative ways.
It's one of Nate Wessel's signatures, isn't it? Having those Easter eggs of, he just drops little Easter eggs around the course.
Yeah.
Pockets that it's almost a challenge for the riders to find. If you can unlock those, and we saw it in qualifying, then the judges will notice and they will reward you. Let's take a closer look at qualifying now, though, because for me, this felt like a changing of the guard. Average age of the top 4 was 16 years old. Kofi Kroon out of Sweden definitely made his presence felt.
Absolutely. I mean, all of them, they were so young. Coffee doing a late shove there, but it was incredible seeing the consistency, the creativity, and how much the kids just threw themselves around the course. The energy that they brought, it was amazing.
I mean, this kid, it feels like he's the next Oski in the making, doesn't it? Hampus Finnberg, 15 years old. Very, very capable on every part of the course.
Absolutely. Don't let the helmet fool you, because I mean, I thought he'd be a little bit timid, a little bit, you know, doesn't really want to get in there, but he absolutely got in there. He looks so hungry when he's skating as well.
And then this is just ridiculous. Toa Sasaki, 15 years old. I always think of the Japanese being a little more street or technically orientated, but he was a true ATV out there.
Yeah, I don't know what they put in the water in Japan, but like all those parks they had built for the Japanese Olympics, like all the kids have been training, and he is an ATV. He can skate anything. He just effortlessly just surfs around the park. It's just beautiful to watch.
Okay, Toa's English, not the best though. So we're going to go down to the third member of our team, Tuleyev Stigneyev, who's with Hampus Wimberg ahead of the finals.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Ed. Hampus, I mean, you qualified second yesterday. It's an absolute joy having you here at Simple Session with us. I think we all wonder, are you just a natural talent, being so good at an early age, or do you have a special secret for being so good?
I should say I just love riding my skateboard, enjoying it all the time. Just keep pushing my limits and having fun.
So what can we expect from you in the finals?
I should say like the same things as yesterday and a little bit more, hopefully. Just enjoying myself and having fun with all the homies.
Well, thank you very much. And you definitely look like you know how to have fun. But we're going to let you go back to the others now, and good luck in the competition. Thank you. Back to you guys.
Cheers, Tuli. Thank you, Hampus. The really interesting point there. He said, oh, yeah, I'll try and do what I did in qualies and a little bit more. It feels like we've got a really solid stack of skaters who maybe were only at three-quarter throttle in qualifiers underneath them.
I mean, Liam Pace for a start. I was expecting. I mean, at the best of times, it's like he's been fired out of a cannon. But yeah, I expect that they'd all had their strategies for getting through the qualifiers. You know, just make it through. Don't make it too complicated for yourself. Just get through it, and then bring out the big guns for your finals.
Okay, well, we're very, very close to the finals now. I'm going to let you go. You're going down to the floor to introduce all of the riders. Before we do, though, Simple Session is always so much more than just a skate and a BMX contest. It is a proper festival. We can take a closer look at that now. I have it on good authority that Jaime Mateo only landed that backflip 3 days beforehand. He decided he wanted to land a backflip, and he went to the skate park of Tallinn, aka the Spot, easy to get mixed up between those two, and stuck a helmet on, landed a backflip. 3 days later, he's jumping over a hot tub, stomping backflips. That is the man. He has made finals, but he's not going to make it in, whether it's an injury or whether it's one of the casualties of the parties, the legendary Simple Session parties. I'm not 100% sure. But we can go down to the floor now. Mark Brewster is introducing all of the competitors.
Okay, so first up we have the legendary Jaime Mateo from Spain, age 26. All right.
Because the next guy here, please make some noise, coming from Brazil, doing it for Skate Feliz, Diego Forreze.
Okay, crowd, let's hear it for Puerto Rican Steven Pinheiro, 25.
The next guy, coming from Netherlands. This guy actually broke his hand just a couple of days ago and is still here in the finals. So please, let's make some noise for Daniel Moraguez.
Next up from Argentina, when I first walked into the stadium, I found him saying hello to my little boy, so I got a lot of love. Matías Del Olio from Argentina, absolutely killed it in the Street Jam, age 25.
Okay, crowd, is there any Finnish fans here? Please, let's make some noise for Oine Santemo!
Next up, from the Netherlands, sponsored by Etnies, age 20, Remco Erkeland. Isn't he handsome? Girls. Oh, isn't he lovely? Woo.
And also now Tallinn, Estonia, we have another neighbor here, coming straight from Latvia. Please make some noise to the one and only Mr. Boga! Arturas Bogatovicis.
Next up, representing the USA, age 21, always looking like he's skating like he's been fired out of a cannon, the legendary Liam Pace.
Okay, guys, so this next guy will fly around the course back and forth and goes higher and higher and higher. Please, let's make some noise from Israel, Yama Behar.
Next up, age 20 from Norway, an absolute transition monster, Elias Nilsson, skating for welcome.
This young Frenchman yesterday showed the other older guys how young boys can actually skate. Please, this young Frenchman, please make some noise for Anton Loren.
Next we have the Swede, age 17, skating for Titus, Koffe Kron. Let's hear it.
And the second place qualifier from yesterday, coming from Sweden, doing it for Madden Skateboards. This guy was again flying around across. Make some noise for Hampus Lindberg.
And lastly, our first place qualifier from Japan, age only 15. He can't speak English, but he's so pumped. Toa Sasaki.
Again, these guys came here from all over the world, from Japan, from Sweden, from Netherlands, from the USA, and now we're going to start with the show. These guys will basically entertain you the heck out of.
Okay, last warm-up now for those 16 skaters. Jaime Mateo wasn't part of the initial warm-up. Whether he's going to get that charge, that energy now, and find himself in the mix, we'll have to wait and see whether he lines up on the start grid. Format is very simple, though. 15 skaters, they get a 1-minute run to kick off, then they get a second 1-minute run. It is the best of those two runs that will count towards their final ranking. Getting mixed up there. How could it be that simple? In terms of predictions, I think Liam Pace was totally in third gear. I think he's got a lot more to give. I also think that Remco Erkeland is going to be a big one, but there was an 8-point difference between everyone else and Toa Sasaki. Do you think he can be beaten?
It depends. I mean, I think he's unstoppable. I mean, he had so much confidence. He just breezed through the course. He surfs around. He's got 10 you can tell he's got 10 tricks for every single obstacle out there.
Okay, Liam Pace versus Toa Sasaki. That's what I'm going to go and say. Right, we're going to leave you very quickly. When we come back, we'll be kicking off Simple Session 22 Skate Finals. We'll see you then. So here you have it, last little bit of warm-ups for these 15 skaters. You can see Liam Pace on the right-hand side of the course. They're already transferring across the top of that vert wall. Matthias Dell'Olio, and then Diego Fiorese just sat down at the front there. I think he's getting ready. I think the fact that Diego Fiorese is lined up just behind the Doritos Volcano there, ready to go, means that Jaime Mateo is not going to be skating. He just came down for the introduction. So Toa Sasaki nearest to the camera there. Jaime Mateo is on the start list, but we're not going to see him skate. So we're going to kick off with the fantastic Brazilian, Italian, Danish Diego Fiorese.
I don't think he'd fit many more nationalities in there, could he?
Yeah, he lives in Copenhagen, so he's at one of Europe's epicenters of skateboarding, but often you'll see him, if you follow his Insta, you'll see him out surfing, cold water surfing. He can't give up those Brazilian roots in that sense. Kishore Johnson, fashionably late always for practice,
yeah, I've heard he's always the one that's 5 minutes late in the cab. He's in the cab 5 minutes before he's supposed to be skating, so maybe he's just got in the cab just now.
We've got a hot minute as well between 10th and 12th there. Those three, Jan Behar really blew my socks off in qualifying. Liam Pace, a long way down that qualifying finishing list for what he's capable of. For me, that's the sleeping giant here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it felt like he was only at, like, as you said, 75 to 50%. I think he's got a lot more to give.
And Elias Nielsen, I mean, he's very, very much transition orientated, but the power he brought to the course.
Oh man, he was a kid to watch. I was checking out some of his videos before the comp, and his definitely stood out. He's like a young kid but can skate big, bold, with power as well. He's not timidly, with real power. There's Tommy there. I don't know what they've given him. Don't know what was in his breakfast, but he's taken 2 of them.
Well, I don't think he's not skating, is he? He hasn't actually been on his board.
He's probably not been asleep either.
You know what's going to happen? Like, the flavour's going to get to him now, and he's just going to decide to try and skate.
He's just going to try and skate, and he's just going to kill it. Yeah.
When he gets in this zone, his contest zone, I wouldn't put cannibalism past him. Like, he could do anything.
He'd do anything. Yeah.
Literally, he would eat the railings, he'll eat the crowd, and then he'll eat his board. He's an absolute maniac. This sounds ridiculous,
you can never tell what he's going to do.
I've never seen anyone who is capable of throwing themselves into the ground as many times as he does, and then just getting up.
Yeah,
he either saves it all up and just goes home and starts crying uncontrollably for 24 hours, or he actually is indestructible.
I know. I mean, watching him at the mini ramp comp yesterday, it was, I don't know whether he is completely insane or genius. Like, he won, and then to collect his winnings, he won by jumping off the top of the back bar and then doing like a foot plant off the extension off the other side, and then to collect his winnings, he did it again. Like, the guy's mental.
Well, they always say there's a fine line between genius and madness.
Yeah.
Jaime Mateo is proof. But Diego Fiorese, 34 years old, one of the most passionate men you'll ever meet. He's got a beautiful style, really, really languid approach to skateboarding, and he can do it on any kind of terrain.
Yeah, he's got one of the older guys as well, but look at that hair.
Yeah, there's a few bits of hair like that. Him and Steven Pinheiro, look at them, hair farmers together.
Hair farmers, there's so much hair going on.
Liam Pace has got deceptively long locks as well. He tucks it all up in the cap though, doesn't he?
Yeah, it was all out until I think 2019 when he last won.
Okay, so Diego Fiorese raises his hand, gives us a whistle.
Run number 1. Jan Behar behind him.
It's so easy to get jaded in the world of skateboarding as you get a bit older, and it's just not happened for Diego Fiorese. He's permanently stoked.
That was a nollie front boarding.
Yep. Really unenviable position, like starting out the whole final.
Yeah, super difficult, but in the qualifiers, I think he fell on one of his first tricks, but he's totally nailed it this time. And there I go again.
Cursed him. That's all on you, Brewster.
Sorry, Diego.
But it's best run counts. Oh, there you go.
Switch front tail.
That was lovely.
Hasn't slowed him down there, and that's what you got to do. You've got to just run back up to the top of the quarter pipes to make sure you can pack as many tricks in as you can.
Oh, and he's looking for that frontside nose grind. You can't quite see it behind the crowd. Oh, and he's got hung up there.
Tangled up a bit, and this is when he's going to be getting really tired. It's his last trick, but he's taken a couple of tumbles. He's got to keep his energy up.
Cheeky Ollie North.
Ollie North, it's an Ollie 1 foot.
I love calling him Ollie North.
No.
That's what the kids call him now. I think I'm down with the kids
Stop
again.
it. Last trick, yeah.
Honestly, down at my local, all the kids call it Ollie North again. Is it not allowed?
Where do you live?
The end of the world.
Oh, so we've just heard Kishore Johnson isn't skating at the moment. He's got neck cramps, apparently.
Well, he's a big old dinosaur, isn't he? Look at that
Yeah,
switch
big
front
lad.
tail. That was one of the gems in there.
Didn't see him try that yesterday either, so that's a new one. Giving nuts to the crowd, just kissing random women. Nice. There's
Okay.
Steven Pinheiro. Trains with his brother. He trained with his brother for the Olympics.
He grew up in Florida. And actually, Mark Waters, I was having a chat with him this morning. Mark Waters, the American skate coach, really wanted him to skate for the States, but he was like, I'm
Wow.
Puerto Rican. Like,
Wow.
that's where I'm from. That's
Good
my
for him.
heritage. So Puerto Rico were into it, fully signed him up, and we're like, let's go. So
Good for him. He's running an Embassy Skateboards t-shirt now. I wonder if Homie signed him up or
look at him.
so.
He's properly amped, isn't he?
Yeah. Time starts on first pop, so there we go. Crook grind at start. Nice solid start.
Oh, I love that.
Just reach down, huck in that backside nose blunt. Lovely frontside style. Yes. Backside 5-0 transfer, backside 3, Indy 3.
Grabbed a big handful of that, didn't he? You could see him lining it up from about 3 meters
Yeah.
out.
So consistent as well. He hasn't fallen yet.
Love that front blunt on the biggest bit of
Terrifying.
transition here.
Terrifying trick to do on something like that, where you're just dropping behind yourself by what? It's like 2 meters of vert there.
So funny, and then he drops a relatively simple lip slide.
Yeah.
The rails are definitely the
It's almost too small, that rail.
yeah.
Look at that. Beautiful backside nose blunt. Last trick.
It's almost like going back in and telling the judges, well, I can do it if I
Yeah.
like, I don't need to pull it in.
Didn't need to tickle it. There you go. No grab. Have that.
Fantastic work from Steven Pinheiro, aka Yancey.
Absolutely.
So one little niggle in there on that lip slide. Let's have a look at this. Because I mean, yesterday he nearly bypassed all of the rails. He was just doing
Yeah,
lap to lap
yeah.
to lap, trying to get to the transition. But that felt a lot more rounded.
Yeah. Look at that. He needed it to tail. He needed that stalefish to tail on the top of the vert.
He could slot that there if he wanted, couldn't he?
Nice technique. Tucked his arm behind his knee. That front blunt. Absolutely terrifying trick to do.
He's a fair way into the tranny, wasn't he, when he caught it?
Backside nose blunt.
Oh, that's
Front
the
foot
one
off.
for me.
Beautiful. Gives himself a little wicked after
Thwack of enough respect.
enough respect.
Okay, so scores coming in 74.66 for Steven Pinheiro. It's first place for the moment. And I think that could stand for a little while.
Yeah, it was good, solid. His Daniel actually broke his middle finger on a Smith grind a couple of days ago. Only person running rails as well. But,
It
still,
doesn't seem to affect his pop. He's got plenty
No.
of height on that thing. And he's gone for the yellow pants again. Love that.
yellow trousers, incredible.
Strong, strong look. Okay, yeah, it's a nasty break. Saw him skate straight over to his dad. Just 15 years old, already Dutch street champion.
There you are, floating over. You've got to be able to float over that volcano.
Yeah, well, that was what you picked out from the off, wasn't it? Lovely flip.
So consistent with those as well.
Now Smith grind, this is...
Oh, he just missed it.
That's where he broke his finger in practice on Friday, I think it was.
He's got to maintain his cadence as well. He's got to just keep smashing tricks out. Back Smith. Good to see skaters not just jumping off their board and turning around and then dropping in again and actually doing a trick on the top of the quarters rather than...
It makes all the difference.
Yeah, I mean, it's faster, it gives you more flow, it shows that you can skate it.
Especially in qualifiers, it's literally like telling the judges that you can't trick that thing.
Yeah.
I've got nothing on transition, so I'm going to let that one go.
Yeah.
So Daniel Moragues letting that one go.
He's got another run though, so let's hope he can put it together.
It's lovely. It's really hard as well though, knowing, like, I think there might have been a lot of adrenaline yesterday, but I think definitely, oh look at that, he's going back for that Smith. He wants to go and make sure he's got that one on lock. Yeah, I think there's the day after you do something, there's a bit of adrenaline there. 2 days later, the pain, the swelling, it's all throbbing through a broken bone. And it's really hard to forget that. Even if you can skate,
yeah,
it's still in the back of your mind. I can't go down on my left side.
It's going to mess with you, isn't it? And you can see he can't go down on either side. He's got a wrist guard on, so he must have done something to his wrist, to his right wrist as well.
Yeah.
Both wrists, rather.
Okay.
I think that's his dad, who I saw on the way back. I was cycling home, and they were next to the forest on their scooters, and they looked a bit lost. Daniel Moragues, 39.66. Comes in third behind Diogo Fioresi.
Yeah, bit of work to do. Next in though, Matthias Dell'Olio.
Absolute monster. Like at the street jam, he did, down the long ledge, he did tray flip nose slide, and the crowd went bananas. And then he did tray flip nose slide, big spin out. And this ledge was not small. He's an absolute monster.
Okay, big Argentinian. Got a lot of power.
Get out of my way.
In the riders' meeting, actually, he's one of the guys who's like, I don't want the rollerblade camera dude on course.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yes.
High-risk trick to open things up. Puts the judges on notice.
Absolutely. He was doing that in practice. 270 board slide, 270 out as well. Incredible. He's another one not scared of the big transitions as well, but you can totally tell by the way he's just always attacking.
Lovely, holds on to that. On your outbound rail as well.
Half cab nosy. 25 seconds left. Yeah. Yesterday he was using that to go across the course, but it looks like he's switching up his run. Tray flip.
Well, that's one of the centerpieces. It's so beautiful.
Stomps it down every single time. I've not seen him miss one.
Really high
Blunt
trick
flipping.
count now. He's not shying away. Hold on to it. Very, very strong finish there. That felt like he made the most. I think yesterday he did that little section. That back to the cab nose slide. What was he looking? Maybe a 270 out of that.
Yeah, he's going to 270 out of that.
But I think he'd shifted his run round a little bit so he could fit that really intense little set of tricks that were after time yesterday. He's got those all in. That could be a big difference. I love that back 270 to start as well.
Yeah, super difficult trick. As I say, he was doing it when he was turning around with it. He was whacking another 270 on at the end in practice as well. Guy's really good. One to look out for, definitely.
Yeah, if he starts to feel this, that was a really, really solid run. Like when you see chat like this from the judges' box, I think that means they're discussing first place and how far up it goes.
Exactly. It's such a tough job they've got because it's only going to get harder.
You got some proper legends in there as well. See Pat Duffy, Dan Cates up at the end there. So you can see them, they've got the iPads, they're linked straight into Raw Motion. Jarmo just behind them, one of the organisers, but you'll see him out on a board just as regularly.
Absolutely. He's got 2 kids now though, so he hasn't got as much time, but still trying, still skating. Good to see him always.
76, so it's enough for first place, but It's only a little slither ahead of Pinheiro.
There's definitely some space there for the judges to put people above him. So,
do you think that's the fact that you had those big figurehead tricks from Pinheiro, like that backside nose blunt, top of the vert wall? Now, Oni Saltevo, the Finnish tech wizard.
So much energy, always smiling.
And he loves that long yellow rail.
Yeah, he loves that long Sportland rail, really.
Okay, let's see what he's got here.
Absolute animal. See if he starts off with it again. Looks like he does. Everyone's pumping him up for the big long rail.
Now, he went straight through it. It was a standard 50-50 all the way through in qualifying, but he has got a variation on that, Mark.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to do the transfer. Oh, no, I think it's got to be perfect for him to do that transfer. He was transferring onto the smaller Sportland rail next to it. Oh, and he's just missed that fakey 5-0. It's a shame, but...
I often think that you want to go for the hardest option straight out the bat. It gets you fired up, it gets you focused. Do you think he was looking for it, but he just wasn't,
I think
balance wasn't
it
right?
looked like he wasn't quite balanced right, and I think we might be seeing it in his second run.
Okay, Ollie back one.
Depends how he's playing it. I mean, some of these guys, the more experienced guys, will have total strategies down and will say, right, I'm going to save everything to my second run. First run, I've just got to stay on.
Switch front board. Yeah, this is very similar to the qualifying run at the moment.
Oh, he's just missed it. He was going to like switch feeble, like switch half cab, switch feeble.
Jaime commiserating with Oni there. Oni looks exhausted, doesn't he? He's just heaving oxygen into his lungs.
I mean, he's one of the older guys as well, so absolutely.
I think he was
actually, he's not that old. He's 29. He's 29, so he's not that old.
I always think 29 is kind of... You may have lost a little bit of explosive power. The pop might be disappearing a little bit, but you've got so much experience, and you're at that point where you've forgotten more tricks than you've learned.
Also, you saw him just like slow motion, backside nose blunting on the street, on the little street ledge there. Pat Duffy was filming him doing that line in practice. It's just like, Jesus, mate, come on, you got Pat Duffy filming you. And they were both
there,
stoked as well.
25% off Sportland.com if you use the code SimpleSession. We can go down to Tuliyev Stigneyev right now. She is courtside with Oni Saltevo.
Onni, you are our neighbor from Finland. Yes. You're definitely a very popular guy over here based on all the cheers from the crowd. Is that based on your riding, or have you also been having a lot of fun in the after hours of Simple Session?
I don't know. I have so many friends in here from all over. Estonia, Finland, but all over the world as well. I love my homies.
You know you're ranked third.
Say it again?
You're ranked third.
Third?
Yeah.
What? Let's go. I was like fifth rider, so I'm doing good at that guess.
Still a nice rank. Do you want to say something to Finnish homies? Haluatko sanoa jotakin sun Suomen kavereille? Mä puhun suomea.
Suomen kavereille. Mä rakastan teitä kaikkia homisit kotona. Kiitos. Kiitos.
Oh, fun. Thank you so much, and good luck in your second run.
Thank you.
Look at that lovely big sweaty hug for Tuli down there. Oni, exactly as you said, Mark, in great spirits.
And here is the devastatingly handsome Remco Erkeland from the Netherlands. Age 20, skating for Etnies.
Yeah, he could definitely be a hair model, couldn't he? Okay, so Remco Erkeland, like really lovely style. He's got that lovely, for me, it's a really good mix. He's got the speed, he's got the power, but
yeah, I mean,
all-terrain approach.
It's like really neutral and a really neutral, inoffensive style, like, but in the best sense of the word. Like it's like he's like super clean. Skates nice. He's got pretty good trick selection as well.
Well, sometimes when you use that word super clean, it's sterile and there's actually no personality in the skating. It's the opposite with Remco. Like he's got that lovely touch, the kind of style that you can't work on, that you can't manufacture.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he tray flips up there every single go. Nice little crook, keeping the basics in there. Hopefully he'll move to the other side of the park to try and getting as many different obstacles. The old flip front feeble there, but looks like he just missed it. But like I was saying, he needs to work on this side of the park just to make sure he ticks all the boxes for. Oh, nice.
Lovely feeds to 50s.
50-50 transfer. Last trick. Oh, it's going to be a stomped kickflip there.
What was interesting, both of his runs in qualifiers were clean as a whistle. He was very, very tidy in qualifiers, didn't drop anything. So unusual to see him drop 3 tricks in that run.
Yeah, unusual. You're right, you're very unusual. He's got another run though, so maybe he'll be able to tighten up a little bit.
The level of tech that he's got in there is the reason why he's struggling with consistency, isn't it? Like it's not like he's laying up anywhere. Every single trick he's pushing.
Yeah, he went in on everything as well, so good for him. The judges have a little huddle there.
Yeah, they're properly working their way through this one. At the moment, we'll do a little recap. Matias Del Olio still on 76. Then Stephen Pinheiro, 74.66. Oni Saltevo on a 64.83. So 10 points gap between second and third. Plenty of room to fill up there. Diego Fioresi on 59. Daniel Moragas, 39.66. Really struggling down the bottom there. But we've got 5 skaters in, another 9 left to drop. We've lost 2 skaters. Keyshawn Johnson not making it into the finals, and Jaime Mateo not going to skate either. Unfortunately, the human power station unable to find the energy this morning.
He must have used himself up all yesterday because he's been charging for days, so I don't really blame him.
Well, there's Ivan Montero as well, wasn't even able to skate qualifiers, heel bruise in practice. And it's the level of skating, the intensity that people take to this course, you've got to survive that. Remco Ekelund, 72.16 for the Dutchman.
Not too bad.
You've also got to survive the sessions here, and then you've got to survive the parties.
Oh, it's the nightlife, isn't it? I'm far too old for that. Here's next up, Artur Bogdanovic. Such a lovely guy, skating for Boards.lv. Mr. Borga, his own brand. But such a nice guy. Really improved over the years that I've seen him at a simple session.
Well, the consistency was what worked for him in qualifiers, wasn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. He's really upped his game over the last couple of years. Really seen him come up.
Got a glimpse of Iago's green moustache there as well. Really strong on just packing the tricks in. You get so much bounce to the ounce with Arturs.
Absolutely, he's got to keep the flow up. He's got to hit as many things as he can. Backside heel. Wow, and a half cab heel onto the top of that was a risky trick to do. It looks super simple, but switch Manny there.
Only just got his heel on as well, didn't he?
He might have scraped the tail. Might have done, but no one saw, so it's all right. Whisper it. Nose blunt slide.
And again, exactly as you said, it's that consistency, isn't it?
Half cab heel. Oh, he's done it. He has done it, and he hasn't come off yet. So let's see what happens now. Is he going to squeeze one more in?
Yes, he is. Switch 5.
First flawless run of the day. Now, will that be able to carry him up to the top, or were the judges not impressed by his tricks? Because you could say that he didn't hit some of the larger. He didn't hit the volcano.
He doesn't have that explosive power in the transition areas of the course. So you're getting oodles of tech street, but you're getting no explosive power. So none of that speed off the big transitions. And that's the conundrum for the judges. How do you measure Stephen Pinheiro's apples with Artur Bogdanovic's oranges?
It's like street versus ramp run, isn't it?
Exactly. Okay, we can go down course side now. Thule is with Arturs.
Nux.
So we have our other crowd favorite and another neighbor, Arturs, here with us. Arturs Arthur, you're such a technical rider. Looking at the course today, what is your favorite part here, and what can we expect from you in the second run?
Actually, my favorite, like that, the small edge on the flat, that's my favorite. I could spend like, I don't know, hours on there just skating, but otherwise, yeah, some like rails, Euro gap, that little hubba, it's perfect. Yeah, I like it.
Do you have any special tricks up your sleeve for the second run, or you can't reveal any of that yet?
Yeah, I'm definitely happy that I was able to put together a perfect run as the first one. So now I can try to upgrade the second one, so I have some more flip-ins and maybe manuals up my sleeve. Yeah.
Well, super fun. Looking forward to seeing your second run. Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Arturs Bogdanovic, go Boga, go go.
Yes.
Dan Catchy giving him the big ups. Last year's third place, Alex da Cunha sat next to him there. And that gives you an insight, doesn't it? Like, there are no guarantees at Simple Session. The standard is so high across the board.
And it's like what he was saying. He was talking about upgrading his run, and that's what I was talking about earlier. Like, you want to keep it simple for your first run. Make sure you learn everything, and then you just try and mix it up for the second one.
Okay, well, let's see what Liam Pace opts to do. What I saw in practice from him on Thursday and Friday versus what we saw in qualifying were two different beasts. I think he's got something very, very special here. Arturs Bogdanovic log jamming in 74.33 in third place. So very little separating the top three at the moment, less than 2 points, as Liam Pace drops in.
Absolutely. I mean, he's got so much speed. I'm surprised he's still got eyebrows.
Well, he pulls his hair back and that cap's on backwards.
Yeah. But, I mean, the camera's having difficulty framing him.
Oh, love
Feeble
that.
grind the whole way up.
That was 50-50 in qualifying, so starting to upgrade a couple of these bits and pieces. I love
180
that.
up that is just ridiculously difficult.
Front one as well over that volcano.
Is that an Indy? Front one in?
Lovely. Yeah, the trick pedants would have you for any kind of...
I know, I said front 180, I was thinking, don't kill me.
Yeah, well,
Sorry guys on UK Skate Forum, you're all going to kill me for that.
I've already done Ollie North, so we're both...
Yeah, okay, we're even. Liam's still got, I mean, he's still got 5 seconds left. Maybe one more trick he's got.
No, that's it. There
Oh my
it is.
God.
The 5 to finish. Just having a sniff around that. He'll have heard the buzzer. He knows that he needs to get to that earlier.
Yeah.
He's going to need to sacrifice a trick somewhere else. So Liam Pace, 21-year-old. He came here and got his first tattoo, I think back in 2018 or 19. And
Now he's
look at
coming
him.
up.
He is a man, and he was a skinny little pipe cleaner then as well. He is a thick bit of meat, and he's got full sleeves.
Yeah, he's filling out, isn't he, now?
Yeah. Look at that. The power and the speed you need to blast through that.
Look at that. Like
There
it
he
was
is on
nothing.
your outbound rail.
It's 50-50 in it, like it was nothing.
Arizona's finest race pace. He's down with Tuliyevsky-Neyev in the corner there. Let's see what he's got to say about that run.
It's okay. Liam, it's such a joy to have you back here at Simple Session. You won in 2019. I did a winner's interview with you back then. I had a little chat with you yesterday. You moved to California in between, right?
Yeah, right before the first lockdown of the pandemic, I actually moved to California.
And we had, during our little chat, you said that that's also one of the reasons you've been improving so well, because you know you took the lead right now.
I did? I didn't know that at all. That's awesome.
So what can you tell us? What have you been up to the past years when you haven't seen you in Simple Session? How have you been improving?
I've been just skating parks and filming a bunch, and the past month and a half I've been hurt, so it feels good to be back on the board, and especially back in Estonia. I've never been here in the summer, and it's so much fun. I love coming here.
Well, amazing. I mean, let's see if you're going to take the crown in 2022 as well.
Okay.
Thank you.
Breath.
Go catch your breath. Back to you guys.
banging first run from Liam Pace there, 82.33, 6 points and change clear of Matthias Del Olio. Still a lot of very good skaters, including Jan Behard to drop, but big statement from Liam Pace. He's stepping things up.
We might need to get the defibrillator out for him. He might have dropped dead. He's still out of breath. But I'm not surprised the amount of speed that he uses. But Jan skating yesterday, really, really strong. Didn't, as I remember, I don't think he fell off his. Don't think he fell off his run. Super consistent.
I'll be honest, I hadn't come across him before. I was really
no. He's a new name to me as well. But he really skates with some intensity and hunger. So it's going to be interesting to see what he pulls out.
And as you see there, we've got the blunt slide on the rail straight into a lovely floaty alley-oop. He's got a bit of everything.
Absolutely, yeah. Not afraid to hit the big ramps. Can comfortably fly around. So look at that little nose pick. Ollie nose pick there.
He's taking a handful of that push as well, isn't he?
Look at that crowd. Well, people only do stale fishes on that court, don't they?
Yeah, Pinheiro's doing it as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
It must just be the way you get your body position into that.
Just feel good. Yeah, there he is. Backside 360 Indy over the volcano.
I think, as well, it's really important to note that the judges try not to mark you down for sketches and little feet off.
Yeah.
Like, they want to prioritise progression and people skating at the highest level, so I don't think that little slip's going to affect him too much. Frontside flip, just after time, was it?
I don't know, it's close call, isn't it? But he seems happy. Judges are given yet another tricky run to judge.
I love the fact that Yam's wearing a Wu-Tang t-shirt as well.
Oh, yes.
There's a skier who skis in the Olympics who's probably the world's biggest Wu-Tang fan.
Really?
And he gets round the Olympic, like all of that really sterile Olympic stuff. In the middle of it all, he's yelling, "Wu-Tang is for the kids, y'all! Wu-Tang is for the kids!"
Amazing.
It's so lovely to see. I've got to give massive props to Yam for that. Cream get the money.
I remember Mark Nicholson from the Death Team saying, yeah, I know I look like me and all my homies listen to death metal, but we don't. We've got long hair. We're all look like we're hair metal, but all we do is listen to Wu-Tang.
Jan Behard waiting patiently. There's an intensity in that man's eyes.
Yeah, he's just bogging at the judges, just going, come on, guys.
I dare you.
Get me into the top three.
Yeah, at the moment we've got really high top score, 82.33 from Liam Pace, and then it's a bit of a gap down to Matthias Del Olio on a 76, and then real log jam.
I reckon he might have made it.
74.66 for Pinheiro, 74.33 for Bogdanovic in fourth. So, Yam on madness alongside Hampus Winberg.
Such strong team. Man has got such a strong team. Like all these absolute fearless transition riders.
72. He slots him just underneath that, and I've called this a log jam. We've got four skaters there: Matthias Del Olio, Stephen Pinheiro, Artur Bogdanovic, Remco Erkland, and now Jan Behard. So 5 of them in total, less than 4 points between them.
I'd have put him a little bit higher, but then I'm not a judge, and who am I to judge?
Well, maybe they did take a little bit out of him for that slip. That seems mean, but Elias Nilsson, the Norwegian powerhouse now, making his presence felt on the course.
He's one of my favourites. I mean, he can really skate transition, concrete bowl.
Well, he's gone straight up to the highest point of the course, hasn't he? He wants all the speed he can muster right from the off here. Yeah, 5-foot transition with 5-foot of vert. How's that? Straight.
Pumping in with speed. Backside nose blunt. No one's really handled anything too complex on that.
Yeah, that little ampler kind of driveway roller thing on the way in. He got a lot of business done in there. Holds on to that back three nose.
Absolutely skate. Oh, just missing impossible tail grab. Difficult trick. Hopefully it won't throw him off his rhythm too much. He's still got 25 seconds left of his run, so crook grind on the little down hover there.
He's done. He's covered so much ground as well. Like Liam Pace, he's got through the whole of this course. I think he's touched nearly everything.
Absolutely.
Just need this Doritos Volcano.
Look at that kick for Bindi. Backside sugarcane, aggressive backside sugarcane.
And without the fall, he would have got, that'd be in time without that fall.
Wow.
Big run. Statement of intent from Elias Nielsen. It's not going to be the score that he's looking for, but I think he's put a lot of people on notice with his intentions there.
If he sticks that, if he sticks everything he tries in there, then that's going to be a top 3 run.
This was, oh no, where was the impossible tail grab? That was on the way back, wasn't it? Just before that. Love that. He's not too far shy of where the BMXs are hitting
No.
as well. You can see where their tyre taps are, just around that area. It's a mark of just how fast he's travelling.
Absolutely, you can see they're all coming off completely knackered because they've put so much energy into pushing.
Oni Saltevo straight down there to congratulate him on that one. Simple 25 if you want to go over to sportland.com, get 25% off of everything. Proper deal on the go there.
Get your voucher codes in, lads.
So, crowd filling up here steadily. As if you're just joining us, we get to the business end of first runs of the Simple Session 22 skate finals. Our top qualifiers, Antoine Laurent, Kofi Krohn, Hampus Winberg and Toa Sasaki still to drop. Format super simple, 2 runs, best run counts. And at the moment we're waiting for scores on Elias Nielsen. Judges been taking their time here.
Very difficult to place some of these guys as well. I do not envy their job, but at least it's best run counts. That makes it a little bit easier, I think.
Well, it's like comparing Easter eggs and cars, isn't it?
Yeah.
See that? He was going for the Vorteki. You down with the kids?
I've got no idea what you're talking about.
Vorteki, you take the bottle and as you're swinging it, you spin it in a circle so it creates a spiral, and then the air can come straight up through the middle of it and all the liquid pours out the bottom at Mac time.
So you can just bosh it in one go. Yeah, nice.
So Antoine Laurent, 17 years old. This kid I watched this kid methodically Thursday and Friday, and it took him a long time to warm up.
Didn't it? Yeah.
But once he hit his straps, he was majestic.
Yeah, he was good to go. He looked really timid. When I first saw him in practice, I thought he was a bit out of his depth.
Yeah, really didn't think
totally
it was going to happen for him. But then with every day, he's been getting stronger and stronger.
Look at that.
Super tech. Finding the time, finding the pace. And he's using the course really differently.
Yeah,
it's none of this is by the numbers, is it?
Look at that. What was that?
Flip Indy.
Completely missed that because the camera changed angle, but yeah.
Front feebs off the heel on the front foot. I love that. That's when you know you got control on a front feeble.
Backside over crook.
Super confident, really enjoying this run now. Oh, taking a leaf out of Toa Sasaki's book.
Such a shame that it's completely thrown him. He's probably not going to be able to squeeze in a last trick now, and I think he looks like he's given up a bit.
Yeah, just wrinkled his nose, didn't he? Knew what was there.
Maybe can squeeze one in if he... Nah, that's time.
Gutted for him.
Such a shame.
He was properly
really good
in
stride.
the zone.
Yeah, he had really good stride on there, and it just totally threw him after he just totally messed him up. So hoping for better things for his next run.
Look at the boys. Look how pumped they were there on screen. Antoine Laurent. Look at that. Foot placement is just immaculate. Yeah, it was.
That was a beautiful flip Indy as well. Lovely. Boned it down a little bit as well. Nice front side ollie.
Plenty to work with on the transition, and then he's got over crooks Like he was
Nice looking trick.
everywhere doing everything. Some really
yeah.
unique approaches to the rails as well. You can see he's gutted about that. I reckon that would have been very close to Liam Pace.
Yeah. That was a surprise. That he definitely stepped up in my estimation with that run.
Yeah, I reckon that would have been. At the moment, we got Liam Pace on an 82.33, got Matthias Dell'Olio. I'd be surprised if this isn't in low 70s anyway.
Yeah.
Although there was a lot of dead space when he fell, wasn't there?
Yeah, when he fell, it just shattered him, didn't it? He should have just got up and just got back to business and maybe tried to squeeze in enough couple of tricks, because God knows what's going to happen in his next run.
69.83.
69.83, yeah.
With that fall, that one's heading definitely low 80s, I think. He's joining Liam Pace in the 80s club. Okay, Kofi Kroon, very, very smooth qualifying for him yesterday. Had the lovely late shove-its everywhere. He put them to great use.
Absolutely. Like, you have to be so in control to do a late shove at the speed he's going as well. And I'm sure there's going to be some in his run as well, so.
One of the few riders starting out closest to the crowd down this side of the course. And he does that so that he can hit up that little Red Bull zone. This is it.
See the late shove. There it is. Perfect.
The fact that he's on the way down when he throws that in. Good use of that back three, and he's got a smile on his face, getting that lot out of the way on his first lap.
I wonder if he's got a double kick board, because obviously with the late shove. Oh, he probably would have late shoved, so his board was right around. That's right. I'm just thinking through his, because like he would have, because he feebled the rail, so maybe his board was the wrong way around when he feebled the rail, and then he late shoved, so his board was the right way around for the rest of the run. But I don't know. Wow.
Yeah, you've got to think that he would be. Flip front board.
Good. So I mean, he's come off, but he's kept the cadence up. So
yeah, and it was a non-consequential fall, wasn't it? It was just a little slip through that rail. So I don't feel like the judges are going to hammer him for that.
Oh, he just stuck that in before time as well.
It's proper David Copperfield stuff, isn't it? You could take that trick to Las Vegas and you'd have the crowd loud.
It's that back lip, like ollie over to. I'm not even going to bother running through that. It's just too confusing.
I thought it was late shove front board.
Late shove front board, because it looked like he got into back lip.
Let's have a look.
God knows. Maybe we'll see it in the replay.
Very strong set of eyebrows in the front row there. Okay, let's see this one. That's that feeble. There's the back three. We missed the shove on the way in, but I'm sure we'll get. I'd missed that as well.
Yeah.
Lovely. That was one of the big ones, because I think that trick works so hard for Matthias Dell'Olio as well, and it works really hard for Kofi. So there's big spin front board. This is it. So it's a front board body position.
The front boards.
The front foot's going over.
Kind of late shoves into
but the shove's coming round the other way. That's what confuses it. You want the shove it to come round backside, don't you? We can go down to Thule right now. Can you ask him for us, Thule? Find out what he calls that last late shove rail trick.
Thank you, Ed. So I have another Swedish wonder kid here with us, and as Ed just said, what was your last trick?
My last trick was late shove front board to fakie.
Yes. Right.
So I wonder, what do kids in Sweden need that all of you are so good at skateboarding?
Meatballs.
Great answer. Woo! Well, thank you and good luck to you in the second round.
There you go, you heard it here first. If you want to be good at skating, whether you're Hampus Wimberg or Kofi Kroon, you need meatballs.
Just smash. Go to IKEA, smash as many meatballs as you can, buy a sofa, get out.
I'm calling it as well. I called that last trick. Late shove front board.
You did.
Okay, second of our dynamite young Swedes. Kofi is 17, Hampus Wimberg is 15, and this kid is very much the real deal.
Skating for madness. He really, really stepped up yesterday.
Oh, he's a beast, isn't he?
Absolutely. Looks really hungry. Don't let the helmet put you off, because he will absolutely smash the course.
You can melt ice cream with that stair. This kid makes business. Here we go.
Starting off with almost like a frontside overcrook there. Huck in from a frontside disaster, well, frontside stall.
I love that. That's a little bit of homage to Jaime Mateo, isn't it?
Yeah.
Foot plant up on that vert wall.
Tail block on the pillar.
And it was Daryl now in BMX who told me that that pillar's actually over
It's
vert.
over vert, yeah.
So you're
it's not
popping
straight.
out off that. Oh, crept in with that one very, very late, but he made it work.
Fast plant.
Tail block up the top there. Look at that, got so much of the course dialed in.
He's still got 20 seconds left and he's
Oh my goodness.
not come off yet.
He's on an absolute heater here. Hampus Winberg making every second of this minute count.
There it is, 5:40. I think we may have a new...
There's no
person in
think
top
about
spot.
it. That is a new leader. There's definitely a new leader. He's got a 5 in there, and for me, he threw more in there. Like, we had a full kitchen sink run where there was some space in Liam Pace's run. So, Hampus Winberg looking very, very pleased with that one. First man over to congratulate him is Liam Pace as well. Lovely to see.
It's going to be really interesting to see how Toa handles it next. He's the last person in the heat.
That was lovely. Jaime Mateo was doing that with the like front rock melon style, wasn't it?
Boosted on there.
So much pace. Effortless into that back 3.
Just any spare second he's got, he's pushing as well. Like if he's got a spare minute, he's just pushing, gunning.
Not going fast enough. I want to go faster. Look at our boy up there as well. Yes!
Are you an MC?
Kind of want to give him the mic, don't you?
Yeah.
Heads
in there.
Okay, Tully is down course side now with Hampus Winberg.
Thank you. So I have Hampus back here with us. Hampus, what an epic run. I mean, you're pretty much giving everyone for one for their money. So how do you train? You told me once that you have an Olympic trainer. So how is your training routine?
It's pretty much just skating, having fun, and then working out with like my physique training with my coach from the Olympic facility. So I want to give a thank you to my gym trainer and all my sponsors.
Well, you landed second right now.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, great job. And yeah, we'll see you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How wrong could we have been? 78.83 isn't able to break into the 80s. Interesting. I'd love to know what the judges saw there that saw in Liam's run that they didn't see in Hampus.
But here is the man I think it is to beat. There is to beat.
Yeah. If we go on qualifying scores, he had more than 8 points daylight between him and second place. And you get the feeling, having watched him in that stair and rail jam on Thursday evening, he's got more to give than we saw in qualifying, and there was daylight between him and everyone else there.
Absolutely. Look, he's just upgraded that crook grind by just nodding into it. Front side tail smash into the transfer into the quarter. Hard flip back lip.
What? That's your third trick in your comp run, a hard flip back lip. Steven Pinheiro already smashing the coping. Oh! First time we've seen him go down, I think.
But I think it is, yeah.
Unbelievable. He is human after all.
Still got 30 seconds after this run, so you can still pull an awful lot back in.
There's that big back 3.
Absolutely textbook back 3 there.
That's where we saw Elias Nilsson come unstuck as well.
50-50 transfer after the kink. Still pushing. Salute.
He's got so much pop, hasn't he? He actually doesn't need to be travelling too quickly.
No, he's got really, really springy legs, hasn't he? What's it going to be?
3, 2.
Oh, a little bit after time. He lost that chance because of the fall. So
would have been out sling that in, you're right.
You made a really interesting point in the pre-show, Mark. We talked about whether or not Toa Sasaki could dominate this contest, and you said if he can handle the pressure.
Yeah, I mean, he's a young guy.
He also has a brother
15 years old, and sometimes you get that precocious energy where they're just like, they don't care, they don't know about the pressure of winning.
Yeah, I mean, he's got so much to think about, and he's going so fast that he's probably just totally in the zone and just in his own world. So hopefully that miss that he had just won't affect him for his second run.
Hard flip back there. Catch on it. We saw a different angle. The catch on it is just immaculate.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Like he caught
so
it
good.
totally bolts.
And this hard flip he does every single time. Ridiculous.
Yeah, well, let's see what that's worth with a fall in it, and then we'll get a glimpse of what it might be capable of in run 2. So we can go down. Thule is actually with Toa. We'll see how he gets on with his English course side.
So I have Toa with me, absolute epic rider. I mean, everyone is in so much awe. It's going to be a very interesting interview because Toa unfortunately doesn't speak any English, but we had a little pre-interview with him before, and I'm not making this up. When I asked him what does he think about Simple Session, the competitions in general, he says, from now on, I want to get out more and I want to become popular with the ladies. I'm not making this up. It's
What a lad.
Do you want to say something in Japanese? In your language?
これからもどんどん世界に出てって、もともとになりたいです。
There you go. Thank you so much, Toa.
Japanese crew in the crowd going absolutely berserk for that one. I've got to say, it wasn't the voice I was expecting. That's the first time I've heard him talk. So
He was quite brutally honest with wanting to get in with the ladies as well. So big up Toa.
yep, there was no beating around the bush there. Toa wants to get famous so he can meet girls. Okay, so 14 riders in. We didn't have Jaime Mateo or Kishore Johnson. So I'm not sure why Jaime Mateo's got a 67.33 there. But
He can do that without even entering. That's how good he is.
Yeah, he can do it with his mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's take a look at our overall scores. Liam Pace in first on an 82.33. Toa Sasaki, 80.16, slides into second place, just ahead of Hampus Winberg. Toa Sasaki, that is a talking point, and at 80.16 with that fall in there. So I think Liam Pace will be looking at that and going, you know what, I need to step it up.
Yep, I mean, he might, who knows, like Liam might have done enough with his first run just to be able to coast and just cruise it for the second one. But knowing him, I think he's just going to try and mix it up and maybe put his foot on, just give it a little squirt of gas, give himself a little push, see if he can hold on to that first place.
Yeah, I think it was very telling in the interview with Thule. He said, I'm just coming back from an injury, so it's really nice to get skating, and that explains a lot for me.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I think he's just got that look about him, like he's not 100% locked into everything he's doing. He's testing out a few bits and pieces still.
Because these guys need your hype.
Lovely place. I cannot overstate how rad it is coming to Simple Session and how you can see all of these big names. You get here and you can hang out with them. If you're interested, you've got to come up here because it truly is a festival of skateboarding and BMX. And one of the skaters here, I think it was Ralph, one of the Estonian skaters, I saw him come straight up to Pat Duffy and was like, I took a selfie with you 9 years ago when I was 9. And they instantly
Really
grabbed
nice,
another
yeah.
one. Okay, we can head back down course side again now to Tuleyev Stigneyev. Who you got down there, Thule?
So I think I'm going to go look around a little bit because, you know, we got all these interviews with all the riders who are skating, but we never really see anything that goes on back here. So let's see who I can find. Oh, I see Ivan Montero. Hello. Ivan, I mean, our last year's champion, unfortunately not skating this year. How is it to be on the sidelines?
It's different, you know, I love seeing all the guys just shredding. I mean, it's amazing to be here Simple Session again. You guys are always so welcoming. Everybody's shredding. Yeah, I'm looking forward for the second runs. There's a few guys that I'm in the look that I think have a big chance of winning, so we'll see what happens.
So who's your favorite?
Matias Delolio for sure.
Any of your buddies riding? Like, who are you, like, biggest supporter? Who's the best one in the chorus? Like, best buddy, let's say it that way.
Matias.
Okay. So what have you been up to at Simple Session? Because you can't ride, have you been exploring the after hours a bit more?
Yeah, just checking out the city, pretty much just supporting the homies that I have that are skating the contest, you know. Matthias is one of them, but I have a bunch of friends that are here skating, so I'm just here to support them now, you know.
Well, we are really sorry you can't skate today, but we are so happy that you're in Tallinn, and we really hope you come back next year and join us on the chorus.
I would love to.
Thank you for the interview. So let's explore a bit more. Who can we see? Who can we find here? Well.
Walk straight past.
Oh, I see a very interesting guest. I'm not sure how much he can do talking, but his name is Cookie, and I know him. He's like the favorite guest of Simple Session. Hello, Cookie. Who else can we find from here? Hey guys.
What's up?
How is Simple Session treating you?
Hey, it's been amazing. Being in Estonia, it's been incredible. Thank you guys for having me.
What have you been doing in Tallinn? Have you been exploring the street spots as well?
Yeah, so because we had the street jams, we've been out here, we've skated the city, we've seen the beautiful old buildings, and we've been skating the parks, so it's been an incredible trip so long.
Did you go to any parties already?
Yeah, we have. And the parties are incredible. They definitely know how to celebrate having a good time in Estonia, for sure.
What did you do yesterday? Did you have any fun in the city as well?
Yeah, so we went out to Club Hollywood, which was the official after party. I also went to a dinner at Taibo with the Red Bull team. So thank you, Red Bull Estonia, for taking care of us.
Well, thank you for the little chat. Okay, who else can we find? Let's see. Hello, how are you guys doing? So let's have a little chat. What is the competition like for you? How is it to ride?
It's a little different for me. I never skated a course like this. It's very BMX, street oriented, very street skate. I've skated mostly transition like bowls and stuff, so it's really, but it's nice to like skate something a little different and like it tests my boundaries and like limits, you know? So it's super nice. It's always fun. I've never been to Estonia. It's beautiful. I'm representing Puerto Rico always, like literally, Puerto Rico, but like, but yeah, you know, it's the same. I'm just excited to be here with my friends, like, and just travel the world. It's beautiful. It's something beautiful, and I will do this as long as I can. Simple Session has been a great event, and I'm glad to be here. I'm stoked for the next runs. Hopefully, they turn out great, and let's see what happens. I'm down. Thank you.
So where do you normally skate? Like, what is your scene?
I usually skate this park in Puerto Rico called Quebradillas mostly, and like they're working on this new park in another town called Vega. I've been like just skating mostly that stuff. I'm preparing for the Olympic qualifications that start in October for the most part, but everything else, I mean, I'll skate anything you throw at me, like, you know what I mean? But like, you know, what I prefer to skate is like, you know, transition or any sort of ramps. The biggest ramp, you'll find me out.
Okay, thank you so much for the little chat. Good luck to you in your second run. And yeah, guys, back to you to the studio. Whatever he said.
Thank you so much, Thule. Great little tour of backstage there, watching all of the skaters. Real shame that we haven't seen Ivan Montero skating as well.
Absolutely. I mean, it was such a shame he busted. Well, he didn't bust anything. He bruised his heel, but on that, you never know if it's going to hurt the next day, especially when you first do it.
Steven Pinheiro, we just saw there, currently in 6th on a 74.66. I feel like he's got an 80-pointer in him. If he can lay down everything he wants.
Yeah.
I think Liam Pace definitely got a little, if he can squeeze that 540 in, he's there. And with Toa Sasaki with that little fall as well, he can make it. Elias Nilsson, though, I think is our big sleeping giant on the 71.6 there.
Yeah, he's got a lot up his sleeve. He's got a lot up his sleeve.
Okay, we can take a look now at, I think, our top 3 runs from the first runs there. So this is Hampus Wimberg. I'm going to be a little bit controversial here. I think this one was maybe slightly underscored. I had this one a little bit higher on my scorecard, but maybe I'm one-eyed.
I don't know, mate. I mean, yeah, he's a little guy, and well, he's got the helmet as well, isn't it? But it's got to be safety first. But there's no denying that. I mean, he's done a 540 on the quarter pipe for his ender. So I mean,
and there's an ollie. No, oh no, that's Toa. So we're on to Toa here. I was about to say, I think maybe he was a little light on the rails, but Toa Sasaki here. Like that hard flip back lip, you can see where this run's going if you can land it.
Yeah. The backside three he's got on lock, absolutely glue for every single time. Into the hard flip there, he just slides out a little bit, but still hangs on to it. And I think that flip front board was just outside of time.
So now we're seeing Liam Pace. Great to see that foot plant up against Hampus's backside bonelessly. Like, he was another foot higher, wasn't he?
When Liam's hitting these rails as well, there was I saw him doing a trick. He ollied at the beginning. I think it was on one of those down rails. He went to ollie in 50-50, but only managed to catch the last kind of just ding his back truck on the end of one of the rails because he was just going so fast.
He almost doesn't need to ollie, does he? It's more like to scoop with your front foot.
Power through it, yeah.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break now. When we come back, we will have second and final runs of Simple Session 22 skate finals. We'll see you then.
Võib-olla selle 9 minuti jooksul jõuad täna käia väljas, seal on igasuguseid telke ja asju. Saate omale näiti, saate omale osta, mida soovite. Peale skeidifinaale on meil kohe autastamine. Peale mida panustame best trickiga. After the finals, we're also going to have the ceremony. And then we're going to start with the best trick contest. And you don't have to be in the finals to actually take part of the best trick contest. approximately in 5 minutes, we're gonna continue. After the finals, we will have the award ceremony real quickly. But then, people, please do not go anywhere because we are going to have the best trick contest as well. Kallid pealtvaatajad, peale rulafinaale on siis kiire autasustamine, peale mida siis hakkab ka best tricki võistlus. Nii et põnevaid asju on veel tulemas. Best trick on siis selle pika kollase reili peal ja pärast on siis selle Red Bulli korteri ja seina peal. Esimene formaat selle reili peal on Cash for Tricks, ehk siis anname kõikidele vendadele, kes teevad mingit trikke, anname sularaha ja pärast teeme selle Red Bulli koha peal siis 200-eurose auhinna. Ja suur aitäh Sportlandile, kes on need rahad meile siia andnud. On siis käimas Simple Sessioni 2022 finaalid. Esimesed runnid on tehtud. Nimelt formaat on siis selline, et igal mehel on 2 runni ja parem run loeb. So we are going to continue in 1.5 minutes, so slowly start clearing the course.
Welcome back to Tallinn in Estonia. It is Simple Session 22 and this is Skate Finals. We're coming up to the business end of this event. We've already had the first runs, second runs are about to go down. It's the best run of those two scores that will count. 14 skaters, Jaime Mateo's out, Kishore Johnson's out, but we've still got Diego Fiorese, Stephen Pinheiro, Toa Sasaki, first place qualifier, the 15-year-old Japanese wizard, had an average run by his standards, but he's still sat in second place. Hampus Wimberg, the young Swede as well, definitely making his presence felt. But at the moment, the man to beat is Liam Pace. Joining me in the booth, Mark Brewster. Mark, what are you expecting for these second runs?
Well, I'm expecting definitely a little notch up in pace, and I'm not just talking about Liam Pace. I'm talking about everyone, because the first runs, although they were good, I've kind of been left expecting a little bit more from a lot of the riders. In some respects, it's just like it's just life, and it's just, oh well, you just fell off one trick on your first run. But we're at that kind of level that these guys need to stick every single trick on both runs to be able to really make an impact.
What's interesting is we're not swapping around the order. It's not going to run in reverse order of current standings either. He looked so much like Yogi there, didn't he?
That was Romario Sima.
What a legend.
Easily, yeah.
But we've got so many good skaters, but Toa Sasaki, his hard work in qualifiers means that he gets to drop last. But he's only 15 years old. So the pressure of I think this is his first big final. The pressure of his first big final, dropping last to try and take the win, that is an enormous weight for a set of narrow 15-year-old shoulders, I feel.
But, I mean, the fact that he doesn't speak English or Estonian, and I think the fact that you're coming last, it almost in some respects takes the pressure off, because you've seen how hard you need to work to get into that top spot. So in some cases, I think it could work either way. I don't know. But I'm expecting to see him not drop a single trick in the second run.
That would be good. You always want that, don't you? I mean, in any skate format, I think the biggest change we've seen in skate competitions, the biggest change we've seen over the last 10 years is the level of consistency.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
It used to be that, like, okay, can they land like 75% tricks at a comp level? Now it's like the level is so high.
Yeah.
And we saw that from Toa in qualifying, but I think Liam Pace, he said in his first post-run interview that he's coming back from injury, but there were glimpses of the Liam Pace we saw here in 2019 when he last won.
Absolutely. I mean, you've seen how fast he goes. He's like a rocket. I'm not surprised he's managed to injure himself either, but again, like he will really need to keep the pressure up to maintain his first place position. But well, all the guys are going to have to step up, I think.
You'll have to excuse my Spanish/Portuguese, but skate feliz means like skate party, doesn't it?
I've got no idea.
Feliz Navidad. Or maybe it's skate happy.
Isn't Fiesta party?
Feliz Navidad is Happy Christmas. Or is it Merry Christmas? Maybe it's Skate Merry. If you know, please find us on social media. Ed Lee and Mark Brewster.
Message us.
Tell us what the direct translation of Skate Feliz is. Because that is the mission statement of Diego Fiorese, 34 years old, and the stoke is real. He's got more froth than 16, 12-year-old Groms.
Look at that, straight into a nollie front board.
Love that.
He started the same way on his first run, exactly the same tricks. Not that that's a bad thing. Staying on.
Well, there's no penalisation for repetition here. It's just best run counts. Oh, silky catch.
Snatched that nollie heel.
And that was where he came unstuck last time. He got a little bit hung up on that blunt slide, so...
Switch front cell, faking.
Quite as crisp, maybe, as his first run there.
Well, he's staying on. I think that's all that counts at the moment. That's all he's thinking about. Little nose bonk over the volcano. Backside nollie biggie.
Oh, that was lovely, wasn't it?
Yeah, one of those tricks that just sucks up to your feet if you pop it right.
Now, he's got a front-side nose grind down this ledge that he gets really nicely. Yes, he got it that time. He's been, he's smudged it a little bit. No!
He's just missed his last trick.
Right on the buzzer as well. Yeah. Cracking run from Diego.
I think he wanted that tray flip up and then to hit his last trick on the way back down. But who knows? Who knows? His timing was just a few seconds off. Such a shame. Good run by Diego.
These days, like, that is a massive part of competition skating, is timing your run.
Yeah.
Making sure you get your bangers in the right place and you're not going to be after time.
Yeah, it sounds really boring and horrible to have to say it, but you do have to just keep practicing your run to make sure you get all your tricks in at the right time.
Well, he was a little bit of a wobble off the end of that frontside nose grind, didn't he?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yep, knucks all round.
Elias, all the boys handing out the knucks.
Good vibes though.
Yeah, it'd be good to see where that score brings him in at the moment, because there you go.
Definitely better than his first run.
Yeah. Where did he sit on first run? He was 13th on first run.
I don't think it's enough to get him into the top 3, but who knows?
He's taking a look up at the judges. He's like, what's going on up there? Little wave to the camera.
Yeah.
Hampus Wimberg as well. There's a fair old age gap there, 19 years separating those two, and they're skating in the same comp. And you said it yesterday, it used to be like, back in the kind of late 80s, early 90s, if you were 20 and you were skating, you were pretty
Mate,
Jurassic.
if you were 16 and you were skating, you were old. I remember, what are you doing on a skateboard? You're 16.
Yeah.
Look at Diego getting his six-pack out. There you go, boy.
Okay, again, the judges do have a really difficult time right now, because again,
waiting for these scores to come in
run for these guys.
before moving on
They're
to the
trying their
second
best to make sure
rider,
that
who I
the
think will be
numbers
Steven
are put in correctly.
Pinheiro. Skating for Puerto Rico. Oh, we've just had it in. He's moved. Diego's moved up to 9th place for 72.
Oh, big improvement. 13 points up on his first run score of 59. So 9th place for Diego Fiorese, and he goes into that really, really congested area. You got Steven Pinheiro on 74.66. Bogdanovic on 74.33, Remco Erkeland on 72.16, Diego on 72.05, Jan Behar on 72, Elias Nielsen on 71.6. Yeah, you've got like 8 riders separated by less than 6 points there. Steven Pinheiro out of Puerto Rico ready to drop, and he is amped.
He's pumped, isn't he? Straight into a crook.
And we heard him saying to Thule, like, it's not his natural habitat on the rails.
And he's come off that backside nose button. He had them down. I've not seen him come off a single one.
Well, he was dragging it.
Oh, that will have completely messed with his head, I think.
Yeah, that will have knocked the wind out of him.
Yeah, he's got.
Look at him trying to shake it off.
Yep, he's composing himself.
Go on. Oh, I'm gutted for him.
Whoa.
Beautiful flip back one over that volcano.
Unexpected. That was good. He could claw something back here.
Full cab.
Cab over the Volk. Front side 3.
He almost, I love it. I love watching him work that, but you've got almost 3 laps there where he didn't do anything except the volcano.
Man, that would have.
Oh, look at him now. He lets it in. He managed to get through that, but my goodness, that would have given him a proper wallop.
Yeah, especially when he got tangled up in that little rail as well, didn't he?
It's like being hit by a southbound freight train.
Yeah.
So he made no bones that he was out of his comfort zone on the rails when he spoke to Thule, but he'd done such a good job.
Look at that. Perfect.
That was sick. There's not as much pop on that, but I love a big cab.
Yeah.
Oh, disappointing. Exactly as you said, that blunt stall, like, it's something that it's the one thing he's had every single time.
Yeah, it was his like kind of turnaround setup trick, wasn't it? And he just missed it. So gutted.
But I'd only seen him do it with the pull-in, like caveman style. Yeah.
Hands basically.
Yellow pants is back.
Again, this is 15 years old. Only 15
Broken
years
middle
old.
finger.
Doing it for Super Orange skateboards from the
God knows what he's done with his other wrist.
Not letting him slow down though. Floats in there. Beautiful crossbar.
See if he's going to do that Smith. Feeble down the rail. Feeble transfer.
I think it was Smith.
Yeah, Smith. Oh, he's done it.
All the way through. One of the few skaters who's been going all the way through that kink. And that's where he broke his finger as well. So lovely to see him go back to that with such confidence.
D.
I love the way he makes quite a meal out of that as well. It's quite nice.
Yeah, look at that fixed in body.
Yes, Daniel. 20 more seconds, Daniel. Got backside dip slide.
Nice, simple, keeping it simple.
10 more seconds, please, Alan. Make some noise for Daniel.
5 seconds left, last trick time here.
Oh, I'm really stoked for Daniel.
That's time.
Like, when you break your finger on a Friday before a Saturday qualifying and a Sunday finals, you've got to think that it's all over. For him to come out and be able to lay down a run like that does him justice, that's really rad.
Yeah.
I'm really stoked for him.
Are they yellow or are they lemon?
Ooh, they're definitely pastel, but they're like... I'd call that like a... There's maybe even a shade of orange in there. That was lovely.
That was good. Great second run. Way more confidence in his first one. Don't think he didn't come off either, did he?
No.
Really
clean run. And there was...
For him, it was perfect.
You had a lot of tricks packed in really tightly, like that heel flip straight into that block. We can go down course side and speak to Daniel now.
Daniel, I mean, that was an epic run. And look, you broke your finger. You went back on the same obstacle. I mean, you're so brave.
Yeah, thank you very much, man. It's just, yeah. I broke it, but then at first I was like kind of scared to do it again. But then I was like, you know, I have to do it for the simple session. So I was like.
So what is simple session like for you?
It's just a great experience, you know, with a lot of fun people, and yeah, I just love it, you know. I'm definitely coming back all the years, you know.
Well, we can't wait to have you back. And again, like, thank you so much. It was such an entertaining competition to watch you.
Thank you very much.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Tuli. Daniel Moragues there, giving it up. Left it all out here in Tallinn, and you've got to say, only 15 years old, already Dutch street champion. There's a bright future ahead of this kid.
Absolutely. I mean, all the pieces are there. He can skate transitions. He's pretty fearless. I mean, he's started breaking bones and still skating, so everything's there. I think that's his dad there. Knucks all around. But yeah, you can see why he's street champion.
69.25 score comes in for Daniel Moragues. Massive improvement on his first run score, but he's still in 13th. So, yeah, definitely a reason to come back now. He's usually got the biggest smile on course. There's a real intensity to Matias Del Olio out of Argentina, though.
He really wants it, doesn't he?
He does.
He's just like, get the F out of my way. I'm going to smash this course to pieces.
Yeah, if you've got any dough hanging around, you could put it in front of Matias. I'm pretty sure he can make bread rise there. Oh,
yes,
that's what you were talking about.
Yeah, the twizzle.
270 in, 270 out. Unbelievable starter.
Absolutely tornadoes rounds.
Okay, so Street Wizard. Smith.
See, I have a feeling he's going to hit that big yellow rail, that big yellow sporting rail as well. See what he's got.
Yes, he was looking for the 270 out of that.
No, is he 270 in? I think he's going to try and hit some more rails now.
It's all rails so far, though, isn't it? Go on, right, yes, long way through that.
Manages to stick it. We're going to see the 360 flip stomped here, I think. Bang.
He never misses that one. I've seen him do that about 1,000 times this week, and he hasn't missed it once. Go on! Little bit of transition time there. That's the first bit of transition trick we've seen. Has he got time for something else? Oh, if only he could have shoved that in somewhere a little bit earlier. The smart money would have put that in somewhere else.
He's pumped. I mean, he's pumped. He's stoked. He's landed all his tricks for his run. All the other riders are stoked for him. Look.
Absolutely banging. But as we said, like, it's that boring contest chat that you get to. Like, you've seen an absolutely banging run, but he had one transition trick in there.
Yeah.
Ivan Montero.
I didn't actually notice because he was just smashing it like that. 270 in, 270 out.
That is huge, isn't it?
That is.
Couple of very tech tricks.
Yeah.
I think that cab nose slide 270 out as well.
That was nice as well.
Yeah.
It's not easy to do.
Here's that tray flip.
That stomps every
Love
time.
it. The way the front foot doesn't move, he just leaves it out there for
Leaves
the
it
catch.
hanging and then blunt flip in.
He left the transition work right to the close, and this was after time, unfortunately. I don't think it's going to count.
Stinker of a front of an Indy there.
Yeah.
Stinker of the front side grab.
Oh.
So we're going down to Tuli now, I think.
Okay, Tuliev with Matthias Dell'Olio.
So I have the leading light of the Argentinian skateboarding scene here with me. You look very happy about your run.
I'm really happy. Thank you, Simple Session, Jarmo, everyone out here. Ivan Montero, my homie, give me the hype right before. We are a big family. Thank you, everyone here. And you already know, I'm coming to take this.
You even have the same hair as Ivan. What is that trend?
You already know, like in South America, everyone just bleached their hair. And we was living together in LA. Thank you, Ivan, again. And he pushed me to the limits. And today, I did my best, and I have to say thank you to him, you know.
Well, we love your style, on and off the course. Thank you for entertaining us.
Thank you, Simple Session, everyone. See you in Hollywood later.
You
heard it.
There you have it. I like the fact that he said Ivan pushes him to his limits. I wasn't sure if he meant haircuts or skateboarding.
Yeah, it could have gone either way, couldn't it? But yeah, I mean, he's so driven. He just said, yep, I won it, and I'll see you in Hollywood later. So you know where he's going to be.
There's the score, 4-point improvement, 80.03. Good enough for third. He pushes Hampus Winberg into fourth, Toa Sasaki in second, Liam Pace in first. So Matthias Dell'Olio on the podium as it stands, but we have another 9 skaters still to drop. Oni Saltevo, one of the most pumped of all of them, ready to get out there. Are we going to see that big transfer off that
Oni magic? Like, he's just always there's so much energy pouring out of him. He's just such a good lad.
You can literally see the energy pouring out of him on his t-shirt as
Yeah.
well. Like, the effort is there, blood, sweat and tears for Oni Saltevo.
50. No, he couldn't hold it to get onto the other side of that transfer.
Plenty of speed pumped out of that though.
Little fakey 5-0 ding there. Beautiful. Love that trick.
Really graceful start. Oh, there you go.
Just missed him. But he hasn't lost his
or any
he hasn't
time.
lost any speed or any time, so it's still good, I think. Bryant, back tail, back nose blunt. But he managed to somehow keep hold of it. Switch 50-50. Oh, still smiling. He will definitely be in the club getting splashed with beer later on.
Yeah. Go on, are we going to get to see the big rail?
He'll do the transfer. Oh, he just missed it.
He's been doing that one so regularly. Sportland rail just gets the better of him. Look at him.
Always smiling like a madman.
There is nothing left in Oni Saltevo's tank. He has left absolutely everything out on the course here at Simple Session 22. Thank you, Oni. It's been an absolute pleasure watching you skate this weekend.
That backside 5-0, frontside 180 out. Fakey 5-0. Such a difficult trick. Makes it look easy.
Tiny little bobble there on the... Well, it was actually very small, wasn't it? Love that.
Simple Sessionil. Tegemist on mehega, kes tuleb siia Eestisse lihtsalt sõpradega hängima.
One of the other Finnish skaters.
Still stoked for him.
The boys are enjoying themselves out there. Big smiles.
Yeah, the Finns love it, man. Finns are really, just so much energy, man.
There we go. There's the screen.
64.83.
66. Currently the 14th place.
Yeah, that was the first run score.
Oh, that's the first one.
Yeah. Not a massive improvement,
really improved his run.
Yeah, it was a 63.66 for second run, so he holds on to that first run score. But it doesn't change his position, stays in 14th. So next skater in, Remco Erkeland. And he had a couple of inconsequential bails in his first run, but if he can put this together, he's one of the skaters that we could see really starting to make moves up the leaderboard. Comes in with a lot of power.
Outside feeble.
Oh, and that's the biggest issue, isn't it? If you want to play with the big dogs, then you've got to get super tech, but
yeah,
it might pull you out of your comfort zone. And if you haven't got the it's such a difficult conundrum, isn't it? Like, how tech do you go and retain your consistency?
Absolutely. And on something like that, where you've got a board just flying around under your feet and you've got to like just bang your feet down at the right time, it's so difficult, that.
And look at it, now the pressure's been released and he knows that it possibly doesn't mean much. He's firing.
He's loosened off, yeah. He's just maybe let go of it in his head and he's just like, yeah, just see what happens. It's just like when
There it is.
There it is. Yeah, it's when you think too much, that's when it really gets to you. 5 seconds left. Might be able to make something of it. Back tail. It's time.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the level that we've seen set means that you're not going to get that far with the full. Oh, look at what he had there, ready to go.
Such a shame he fell off that tray flip front board.
Big spin front board. Backsmith. He got a lot of work done on those rails, didn't he?
Yeah. Just stuck it. He was doing that to manual roll every time, like tray flip, board slide, manual roll in practice.
Ridiculous, isn't it? Okay, we can go down course side with Thule, who's with Remco now.
Remco, so it's your first time at Simple Session. What are your impressions of the whole competition?
It's my first time here and I really like being here in Tallinn. Great vibes, great park. So.
Are you happy about your competition this year?
Yeah, I missed one trick in my run, but I'm happy with how I skated.
So Mark and Ed have been talking a lot about your hair. Hair seems to be like a consistent topic this year. Getting a lot of compliments from them, I just had to say it.
Thank you.
Okay, back to you guys.
Well, that didn't seem to embarrass him at all. Yeah, you can't deny it's fantastic hair. Okay, Stephen
It
Pinheiro,
is though, isn't it? Yeah.
Interestingly, Pinheiro's run is already gone, and he's the one skating hardest in between the runs at the moment.
Yeah.
So absolutely blasting there. But now out of Latvia, it is Arturs Bogdanovic, 25 years old, super tech street specialist. He's got a decent score on the board at the moment. Like, he's in 7th place. If he can add a tiny bit of transition.
Yeah, like he said, he was going to upgrade his run, so maybe we'll see a few more flips, maybe he'll take a few more risks, maybe he'll hit transitions a bit more, who knows.
Yes, I mean, 7th at this stage, he's looking pretty settled.
Yeah.
Oh, flip front board.
He's definitely got an easier ride because his first run was so good. Backside heel, half cab heel.
Wow.
Got to be super consistent to do those tricks. Switch Manny. Yep.
That was better as well.
No tail scrape.
Yeah, there was. I don't think either of us said it. We didn't feel like we needed to put the knife in, but
yeah,
I think everyone knew it. There was a tail scrape first go.
But he's super consistent this time. I wonder, he's probably going to save his last trick to be something jazzy.
Oh, flip back tail.
That's going to be a heel flip back tail.
Really?
Yep.
Oh my
I've
goodness.
seen him do them, yeah. I think he's giving it up though, isn't he? Or is he going back for one last go, one last shot? Fakey heel flip, tail side. Not bad. I mean, the lad's consistent at least.
Oh, super consistent, but it is that. It's always the same question with Arturs, is that you've got someone like Pinheiro, who's nose blunting the highest block, and Arturs had, I think he had a front side ollie on the transition.
Yeah, he needed to involve the transitions a bit more.
But that's the payoff. If you want to be able to flip in and out of everything, then you're probably not going to be the best on transition.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it was a wasted opportunity, like, because he could have had that. He's basically got a free roll on his second run because his first run was so good. So maybe he should have just considered maybe hitting some of the making it a little bit more transition oriented.
If he'd have put something super basic over the Volcano.
Yeah, that would have been.
That would have frontside grab over the Volcano.
Been enough. That would have probably been enough to upgrade his score. But I think he'll get a very similar score to the last time.
Well, what we will get is a really good indication of what a fall costs you.
Yeah.
Because it was a more tech run, but it had a fall in it. So if it stays roughly the same. So first run score was, I think, 74.33. Yeah, there you go. And 71.86 is the second run score. So yeah, the fall did cost him. Consistency is king. Seems like mixing the whole course up is queen as well. Liam Pace, 21 years old, out of Arizona. He's been spending a lot of time in California at the epicenter of the American skate scene, and it shows. The boy came here and won in 2019. The man's come back in 2022. He's coming back off an injury, and he has got pace to burn out here.
He's going so fast, it's ridiculous. He's boosting off the wall.
Manuel's all the way over that massive driveway.
Look at that, just flying.
Oh, lovely.
Little upgrade there. Swings it to Fakey.
Look at that, pumping speed, squeezing the speed out of every area. The way he just effortlessly rolls Fakey up over the coping there and then ollies back in.
Not to be sniffed at, it's so difficult.
Okay, can he now work the back end of this run to fit his 540? And he was after time there last time. So, back D, I think this is going to bring us into the 540.
540, isn't it?
No.
Oh. I want to see the 540. Come on, Liam. Oh, he's using it to skate a big rail.
He's not going to make it, is he?
Has he got enough time?
No. He's still going to go for it. Oh, and he squeezes it out, but judges are going to have to be militant with that. He knows it's late. Is that his last trick? The claim for the judges, like, how dare you not score the 5? Be really, really interesting. Massive, massive run from Liam Pace, though.
He should have thrown it in on that first when he had time, just to make sure he got it in.
100%, 100%. I'd love to, like, he wouldn't have, the judges would have had no choice then if he'd have squeezed it in.
Yeah.
As it is, they're going to be up against it now. Like, I don't think there's any way that they can score that. They just can't.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit too late, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe they'll look upon him kindly.
Yeah. We're not the 5-ring circus. There is a little bit of flexibility here.
Yeah, it is. We are basically just dancing with a toy here, so it's like not really, it's not that serious, is it?
Oni Saltevo's gone shirt off down there. He's ready.
Go on, Oni, just surrounded by women and a huge guy behind him. That dude is still peeled off his head.
Look at him go. Okay, we can go down courtside now, Toulouse with Liam Pace.
So Liam needs a couple of seconds to catch his breath because, I mean, you were just killing it out there. So let's take it easy. Talk as much as little as you want, but I think the crowd wants to hear from you because you are like on top of the top.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be out here. It's always the best energy at Simple Session. I love the people, I love the food, I love the partying, and they build the coolest course every time. Just stoked to be out here.
We are so happy to have you here. Thank you so much. I'm not going to keep you longer. Go enjoy your break. You did absolutely wonderfully.
Thank you so much. Hi, Mo.
So lovely to hear that from him. And it shows that he loves the course out here. He makes an absolute mess of it every single time he gets on it.
Absolutely. I mean, he was just so pumped. He's got too many tricks in his bag for the course. You can just tell he has to select from what he can do, and he can just knock it out. So, be interesting to see what Yam's got for us.
Well, it's something that that a lot of people don't talk about enough in skateboarding, I think, is trick selection. And when you can see it, can't you, with Liam? Like, if you watch him skate this course for an hour, you can see how many tricks he has at his disposal. Yeah. Back tail for Jan Behar to open up.
You've just got to be smart about your kind of run strategy and make sure that you get your go-to tricks in there. You always land tricks. Oh, and Yam's just come off there. It's the first time I think I've seen him bail a frontside nose blunt.
Yeah, we've barely seen him bail anything.
Yeah, that will have really made him angry. He will not be happy with that. Oh, what? Whoa, backside 360. Was that a backside?
I think he was backside 3 varial, but it looked like he was going to try and land skier. His ankles were locked together.
Yeah, it was like a Lottie spin backside grab.
Is he going to go again?
Whoa.
Yeah, back 3 varial.
Yeah, he could either have one more crack at it.
Go on, go again.
He's got to have one more crack at it, isn't he? This is just for the crowd now. I think he's blown the run, but good for him. Oh. A little bit light-headed now. Oh, such a shame.
So close on that one. Jan Behar out of Israel sends up his love to the crowd.
Probably the most complex trick we've seen over that volcano, apart from maybe Steven Pinheiro's backside flip. Yeah, flip backside, flip grab.
That's one of my favourite tricks that we've seen on there, that frontside alley-oop.
Nice floaty, frontside alley-oop.
So a few bites of the cherry at that backside 3 varial, but can't put it together for Jan Behar. So he's going to sit on his first run score of 72. It's a 42.66 there.
Yeah, really scored low on that second run, but he's got to be stoked in his first run. I mean, that's pretty good.
Okay, last 5 skaters ready to sort this out. And as it stands at the moment, Liam Pace only got his first run score in here. They haven't given us a second run score yet. So interesting to see when that comes in. I think he's improved that first run score.
Yeah.
So Elias Nielsen, the Norwegian, devastating in his first run. Wasn't quite able to string the whole thing together. If he can put a full run down now, it is going to be breathtaking. This could definitely threaten the podium.
Let's hear. I wonder what music he's listening to. Danish black metal. Definitely. So, minute starts in his first trick.
Or Norway's top 10 favourite hymns. Looks quite clean cut for black metal. Frontside Smith.
Can never tell.
Lovely. There's a real intent in his skating at the moment. Back 3 nose.
He's just jammed so many tricks into the first 20 seconds as well.
There it is, the impossible tail.
Impossible tail grab. That was sick. He's nailed it as well.
And that should set him off now. He knows he's got this run in the palm of his hand. Can he hold on to it?
Yeah, he's just got to stick it just for a few more seconds.
Lovely, one of the highest yet.
Oh, he just a little bit off balance for that kickflip indie over the hip there. Aggressive.
Can he get back at it now?
Backside sugarcane. Backside 180. Perfect run.
Now,
270 pivot to switch stance in.
Look at that, very stoked.
Banging run.
As you said, there's that little miss of the flip indie over the volcano. And I think it would be mean of the judges to judge him. They've got to judge him on what he's shown them, not what he might have shown them. And as a judge, there's always a danger that you judge someone against themselves and what you know they're capable of.
Yeah.
But this has got a bit of everything. This is a really big one.
I really like those backside nose blunts as well that he does, like so perfect. Look at that. He actually had to throw the board down to make sure he had enough space to land on it, on that impossible tail grab.
I think the judges have got to respect the fact there that he's really, like, having fallen on that trick first run, he hasn't shied away from it, he hasn't changed it.
Nah. Little backside 180 over the volcano there.
That's lovely.
270 pivots, which starts in.
Proper casual finish from Elias Nilsson. Okay, we can go down to Tuuli, who's with Elias now.
Elias, I mean, we really saw you improve your competition. First run wasn't that good. Second one, I mean, you nailed pretty much everything you wanted to, right?
Yeah, I landed everything I'd planned, and my plan was just to give it all I got, and feels good to land a full run and watch all my friends do good as well, so I'm really hyped, couldn't really ask for anything more.
So looking at today's competition in general, looks like the Scandinavian skating scene is really up and rising, or I just didn't know before.
No, it's definitely growing. Skateboarding in Scandinavia is getting bigger every day. It's nice to have some of my friends here. Hampus, a really good friend of mine from Sweden, and yeah, it's nice to skate with all the friends and just good times.
So I heard Ed and Mark in the studio kind of commenting or asking what kind of music you listen to when you're riding.
Honestly, I was listening to Shivers by Ed Sheeran, and it got me so hyped up.
So it wasn't Norwegian death metal or whatever that Mark thought it would be.
Yeah, I don't know. I listen to whatever. Yeah, whatever gets me hyped up.
Well, we're waiting for the score because we're really curious. How do you think you did compared to the other riders?
I don't know. I'm happy, however. I landed my stuff, and I'm hyped anyway. Yeah.
You got 6th place. We had such a joy watching you compete. It was your first time in Simple Session this time. We really hope you come back next year.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.
76.66 for Elias Nilsson, the Norwegian. Big improvement for him. Pushes him up into 6th place. So just outside of the two Swedes, Kofi Kroon and Hampus Winberg. Antoine Laurent, we saw some there was a spark from him in his first run.
Definitely.
This kid has got what it takes, and he's currently sat a little way down the rankings as well. I think he's in 12th or 13th.
Just depends. He started off nicely with a front side blunt slide on the big Sportland yellow rail. And another front tail. Did that in his first run. No, oh, he's just missed the kick flip Indy over the, oh, that's going to have completely thrown him. He's still young, still a little bit angry, and I don't think he's going to have the composure to be able to get back on his board and finish that run.
Gutted for him.
Very gutted.
Absolutely gutted, because there were just, you could see that first run, what could be, what would be there, but sometimes you can't put it together under the pressure. He's only 17 years old. And so often you'll see that. Like we talked about it at the top of the show, the average age of our top 4 qualifiers is just 16. And you come out, there's no pressure on you, you don't have to do anything, and you can lay down those qualifying runs. But you get to finals, you know the TV cameras are on.
Yeah.
You know your mum, your dad, all your mates are watching.
Serious that by then.
And it takes time. Like there's very few people who can just skate the way they want to skate when they're under that pressure, when all of those eyes are on them.
And it seems like he seems like one of the guys, the kind of guy that would put a lot of pressure on himself. So, yeah.
So the 69.83 from his first run is what will count. Antoine Laurent sits in 12th place. Van Federico is watching him. One of the most seasoned competitors out of Europe these days. Van knows his way around the Simple Session course. Next in though, Kofi Kroon. Man with the magical late shove, yeah.
Touch. Looks super tall as well. He must be like over 2 meters.
Yeah, big lad. Got that front Smith. Coming down for the first of the late shoves.
There it is. Backside 3.
You can see him smiling there as he belts away from that. See, I'd like to see him trick that.
Just can't. He just needed to do 50-50.
Yeah, holds on to that. Back 270 though. Lovely backtail transfer.
50-50 backside way out. Proper mix it up. Is he going to hit one of the bigger transitions though?
Oh, gone down like
and he's
tall tree in the forest there, didn't he?
Joe's just overbalanced there, didn't he?
Timber! It's like, you see big lads go down when they're rigid and straight like that.
Yeah.
Wore it pretty well.
There it is. Oh, and he's missed it.
Late shove on, shove off on that front board.
Gonna have to rely on his first run there.
I think you made a really good point when we talked about that. He's riding into that Visit Estonia blue quarter pipe, and he runs up onto the deck, passes the board behind his back. It's crying out just for a frontside 5-0, a frontside 50-50, anything along the coping there. Instead, it's just signposting to the judges how uncomfortable he is on transition.
Yeah, just do a front tail or something, yeah.
Yeah, nothing quite as clean as his first run either, I think.
Yeah.
The back 270 was way, way cleaner in his first run. That was a nice addition, though. We hadn't seen that.
That was nice. The thing is that's the kind of trick that's really going to slow you down as you come out of it. So just completely ran out of beans to get up that quarter pipe on his way back up. So use up a lot of energy doing those tricks.
Okay, so currently in 5th on a 77.66. I don't think the judges are going to improve on that score.
Be enough.
So scores come in 68.33 for the second run, so the 77.66 will be the score that counts, and it's good enough for 5th at the moment, and there's not many riders left to drop behind him. In fact, there's no one. Hampus Winberg is currently in 4th, Toa Sasaki is in 2nd. They're the only 2 left to drop. So guaranteed 5th place for Kofi Kroon. Elias Nielsen will take 6th, Stephen Pinheiro 7th. But there's the small matter of the podium to sort out, and this lad could have a say in that. Hampus Winberg, 15 out of Sweden, and he means business. He is
look how focused he is.
He is a super competitor, isn't he?
Angry, isn't he? He is determined.
He needs to control it, though. Love that.
Just pushing. Any spare second he has, he's just pushing to get more speed.
Double foot plant up there. Look at the speed he's generating. He's about half Liam Pace's size, but he's trying to channel him.
Yes.
Back 3 landing low in that transition, but barely seemed to flex at all. So busy on this course. He's touched nearly everything already. Back across to the other side. Front blunt. And there's no respite, is there?
No, it's just breathless skateboarding. He's just not stopping.
Rails, transition, blocks, volcanoes. The 540 in there.
That's it. That's good enough. He's landed everything.
2nd left, and that is time.
I'd be very happy with that run.
Is that Slob fast plant? Love those kind of big run from Hampus Winberg. Elias Nielsen straight out there to lift up the Swede. Big run. So he's in 4th place at the moment, a 78.83. But I think that run was better. Certainly
definitely.
Faster.
Seemed to flow more. Yeah, he was. He probably could say to himself, okay, I can take the foot off the gas, but I'm going to give it my best.
1.2.
I thought he was going to come off that first.
So if he improves this run by 1.2, he's on the podium.
Wow.
Matthias Del Olio is there right now, so he's guaranteed the podium if he can lift it by 1.2. But if he can lift it by 1.35, he's got Toa Sasaki, and he's in 2nd. It's only a 4-point gap to Liam Pace.
Jeez.
But I say only a 4-point gap. Judges, this is one of the stingiest contests I've ever seen when it comes to judges. Like, you've got to scrape the points off these boys at the moment. They're being so hard.
What do you have to do to get more than Liam Pace, 82.75?
Like, they've left a lot of space there. Let's go down and hear from Hampus Wimberg about that run now.
Hampus, I mean, I'm absolutely speechless. That was an epic run. I mean, the crowd was cheering for you like crazy. Let's hear it up for Hampus. I mean, what have you say about the whole competition? Like, what is your impression of everything?
So fun, everyone killed it, and thank you for today. Thank you for inviting me, it's been super fun. Yeah.
You landed second right now.
Shit.
Great
He is
reaction,
stoked.
Hampus. Congratulations, this is so good.
There we go, he did it, improved by over 1.4. So Hampus Wimberg reels in Toa Sasaki and Matthias Dell'Olio. Dell'Olio gets pushed down into 4th. Toa Sasaki is in 2nd place and is the only man to drop. Liam Pace has held on to 1st for now, but there is one man still to drop. It is Toa Sasaki, and he sat in 3rd. He qualified in 1st place, though. He hasn't managed to string a run together yet. Can he do it now when it counts?
It's going to be really interesting to see what he pulls out here.
Well, a 15-year-old under the biggest pressure he's faced in his life so far. Oh, and he's cracked 1st trick.
That's it. I think it's Liam.
I don't
think he could afford to miss anything.
He's got to go absolutely ham now for the next. Oh, he's put together the hard flip back lip. Can he put that completely in the background, and can he make the judges forget about that?
Yeah, that's the question.
No.
No, I think he's blown it.
It's always the question. We've seen 2 15-year-olds in these last 2 runs. Hampus Wimberg used the pressure and rose to the occasion. Toa Sasaki, the opposite, just crumbled.
He was just unlucky, just missing that 1st trick, wasn't he?
So, you cannot underestimate that. There's so much pressure there.
Yeah.
He's in
a hard flip.
I tell you what, there is absolutely no shame in this. I want to be really clear. The way this kid has skated all week,
unbelievable, isn't it?
He deserves all of these applause. Yeah. He's been absolutely phenomenal. I actually feel gutted because he is such a good skater, and we've seen nothing close to his best in these finals.
Yeah. He's only going to get better, isn't he? He's so young.
Oh, there's so much to look forward to.
Great trick selection, great style. He's definitely going to be up there.
I mean, call me naive or ridiculously optimistic, but this is the kind of kid I can see in, I don't know, 4 or 5 years starting to knock on GT's door.
Yeah.
He's got that kind of style, that kind of ability.
He's incredible, isn't he?
Okay, we can hand down to Tuliev Signeyev now. She's with Liam Pace, our Simple Session 2022 winner.
Liam Pace, winner of Simple Session 2022. You came back and you won. Once again, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So let's talk about the competition, Simple Session vibe and everything. Just sum it up in a couple of sentences.
Extremely fun, I love it.
Well, you're not a man of many words, that is fine. You're a man of many talents on the skateboard. So congratulations once again, and we hope to see you back next year again.
Thank you so much for having me. I love you guys. Hi, Mo, yet again.
Take a breath. Wow, what a contest. Simple Session 22 wrapped up. Mark, I mean, absolutely breathtaking skating. And Liam Pace, we talked about him at the beginning, but he is the consummate competitor.
Absolutely. I mean, it was nail biting because everyone knew that Toa could have taken it, and it was brutal because Liam absolutely smashed it. I mean, his last run was just faultless. He was just jamming tricks in. It was just unbelievable.
I think as well, we've got to talk a little bit about Hampus Winberg. For the struggles of Toa Sasaki, Hampus Winberg rose to the occasion there to take second place.
Absolutely. I mean, the kid is an absolute monster. He just charges in. He looks so determined, and you've seen the interviews. He's such a nice lad as well. So going to look forward to big things from him in the future as well.
And really important as well to say, I mean, it's on the strength of the skating we saw from him in qualifiers. Toa Sasaki would have let himself down by his standards, but he's still taken third place on the strength of his first run in the finals. Like that's,
I know, he could have just sat and had a beer
at.
or something, couldn't he? For his second run. But yeah, I mean, the kid is unbelievable. Definitely, all of those kids in the top three are just people to look out for in the future.
Yeah, truly, truly incredible. I know that we're going to go down and we'll see the awards ceremony very, very shortly, but we can take a look at some highlights as well from some of those top three. So here we go, Toa Sasaki, that first run. That backside 360 out of the banana.
Absolutely beautiful. I mean, it's completely faultless every single time. He had that back three.
Then Hampus with that massive front disaster to pull in. And he found another gear of speed, didn't he?
Yeah. I don't know how he does it. He's like turbocharged. Backside three, losing every single obstacle on the course, which is what the judges are looking for as well.
Interesting, we saw Elias Nielsen on that same frontside wall ride, and I think Hampus got a little bit bigger. Got the back five nose grab in there as well, taking a leaf out of Liam Pace's book. Look at that little tuck-knee front one. But this man, we've seen him, we talked about it. He was a boy when he came here in 2019. He got his first tattoo. He's come back in 22 as a man, full sleeves. He's a big, thick slab of meat, I think I said in the commentary. He's got so much power.
Absolutely. I mean, he's just toying with the course. You know, he's got 3 or 4 tricks per obstacle. He's done his selection. He's got so many tricks. He even went over on his second run. It was just jam-packed full of bangers. He's just incredible.
Right, I'm going to let you go because I know you've got to be down on the floor there to get the awards ceremony underway. You get going on that one. Plenty more to look forward to here at Simple Session 22. In just over 3 hours' time at 7:30 local time here, we're going to have BMX finals. Myself and Daryl now will be curating that. We have 15 of the world's best ready to go toe-to-toe, and this course is going to get annihilated, what's left of it at least, after the skateboarding. So don't miss that. Come and join us there. And then also you'll be able to catch up on all of the action on all of the Simple Session channels as the week comes to an end. But BMX finals, definitely one to keep an eye out for. We can hand down now though onto the floor where we're going to give away top Estonian prizes, and we're going to give away all of the prizes for the finals. That has been Simple Session 2022 skate finals from the studio. We'll see you at 7:30 for BMX finals.
Ja nüüd hakkame siis pihta autostamisega. Peale autostamist palun ärge minge veel mitte kuhugi, sellepärast et hakkab ka best tricki võistlus. After the award ceremony, please do not go anywhere. We still have the best trick contest here. But before we go to the top 6 skaters here, we are actually going to give out the best Estonian act as well. So please, Tallinn, please make some noise for the best Estonian skateboarder in this contest, Raul Urberg!
crowd, can we hear it for Raul Urberg, best Estonian skateboarder. And now in 6th place, simple session 22, is Elias Nilsson. Where are you, Elias? Come here, mate. Thank you, Elias. Big shout out for Elias there.
So, on the 5th place, we have from Sweden. Please make as much noise to the technical wizard. Late showers and everything. Please give it up for Gotha Kron!
Big shout for Gotha Kron there. And in 4th place, we have the incredible Matthias Del Olio. Can I hear it from Matthias, please? Cheers, man.
Okay, so now we're gonna get to the top 3 skaters of today. Coming from all the way from Japan, Tallinn, Estonia, make as much noise as you can for Toa Sasaki!
Big up, Toa. Let's hear it.
He is the future right there. 100%, we will see this guy everywhere, all over the world, just crushing at competitions.
And in 2nd place, what a run, Hampus Winberg. Let's hear it, Hampus. Well done, man. Take your prize and your medal.
Yep, look at those young guys there. But there is one guy who flew around the course. Please make some noise for the one and only Leon Paz!
Well done, man. Well done.
Se mees lendas mööda parki, issand jumal.
So crowd, thank you so much. Can we hear it for all the competitors in Simple Session 2022?
These are the top 3 guys here. Look at that.
Now let's not forget about the BMX finals that are happening. I think I'm going to hand back to the studio now. Sorry, it's best trick.
Rahvas, palun ärge veel minge mitte kuhugi.